Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Kelter, a senior trends analyst at Mintel.
And I'm Melanie Zanoza Bartelme, a global food analyst at Mintel.
So Melanie and I wanted to just get together today because we have both been chatting personally about the news of 11 Madison Park announcing they're going to go meatless, almost entirely vegan, I think, outside of offering milk to diners for their coffee. So obviously they are a huge trendsetter in the restaurant space. They've really become their Michelin star restaurant, so they obviously have a lot of influence. But the one thing that really caught my attention, and before I was a trends analyst, I actually was a food service analyst at Mintel, so this is a space I've really paid attention to over the years. And one thing that's really been noteworthy in the food service space, really across the past decades, is that fine dining at one point was the spot where trends came from, and it would trickle down to the more mainstream sectors of food service. And what we've really seen happen, really from 2010 and beyond, no surprise in coordination with the rise of social media, is that the influence is more straight line. It's not really coming from one industry and trickling down. It's kind of a blurred space, and we're really seeing the fast casual sector has really become a trend-setting space. Social media, as I mentioned, like especially platforms like TikTok now are really setting trends. So it's really kind of changed the notion of what influence the fine dining sector represents. So while we know this announcement from 11 Madison Park is going to cause ripples, it is going to have an impact. The impact might not look the same as it did 20 years ago. So I just wanted to get Melanie's perspective on what influence she thinks this is going to have.
I think that's a great point, Diana. And we have seen so many partnerships already from fast casuals or offering more plant-based options already. And it being something that doesn't feel so groundbreaking anymore. It feels like a normal, an expectation that you will be able to have these options inside of the restaurants that you're choosing. So in that way, it feels like the emphasis could really have come from offering that sense of balance, that sense of moderation, showing that vegetables can be as tasty as meat, maybe using meat as an accent, but the emphasis on cutting these out completely feels like maybe a little bit, I don't want to say too late, but I wonder if it was really necessary for this restaurant. But I also do think that there is an opportunity for restaurants to take a very big stance on things, on issues that are important to consumers. So while this shift to a more vegan based menu, this feels very much like it's seeking to benefit the diners. But we also saw From Dirt Candy, which has always been a plant forward, a vegetable centric restaurant, also in New York. They just made an announcement that they will be paying all of their staff a much higher wage. They're eliminating tipping. They're doing all of these things that are benefiting the holistic restaurant experience, all of the workers that are part of the restaurant, not just the end diner. So it's interesting to see if maybe we'll see more of a holistic message coming from some of these big players, and if that could have a longer term impact than some of these single issue sorts of announcements.
I fully agree with that. And I think that's exactly the right word, holistic. I think that's what we're going to see coming from the restaurant industry, how they tackle all these broader societal issues about, the landscape's changing. And I think we are going to see restaurants from really anywhere kind of set new tones, and we're going to be here watching it.
Yes, we will. And we'll let you know what we think when it happens.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.